Dysfunctional families often operate like a stage play. That's why I labeled the Ringmaster, because a dysfunctional narcissistic family is almost like a stage play, right? There's a director, there's a narrator. And in a dysfunctional narcissistic family, the Ringmaster, who I talked about here, orchestrates the entire family dynamic like a carefully curated performance. This person operates in charming, commanding, and toxic calculation. The Ringmaster needs complete control and are amazing at splitting family members up for their own personal gain and emotional power. They demand loyalty, obedience, and emotional sacrifice while using gaslighting, guilt tripping, and love bombing to manipulate and silence everyone in the family dynamic. The Ringmaster thrives on toxic strategy without genuine connection for anyone else. Their care and concern is not for anyone else but them. And in the book, I call them the Ringmaster, but that's that dominant narcissistic person in your family. And I often like to look at the dysfunctional narcissistic family as a circus. And you know how when you go to a circus, there's always the Ringmaster who's guiding all of this, all of the acts, everything in the circus. He's the Ringmaster. I'm in control of all of this. So there's different roles that each of us play. So these roles keep the family running. Your role in being the scapegoat and black sheep is very important in a dysfunctional narcissistic family. Why is your role important? Because that family needs someone to project all of the toxic behaviors that they refuse to work on and acknowledge onto, which is you. They only do that with the scapegoat. The title is scapegoat. You are the one that we constantly project all of our problems on, and we do that to minimize our toxicity. Because in a dysfunctional narcissistic family, no one ever owns their toxic behavior other than the black sheep or the scapegoat. That's why when you see black sheeps and scapegoats, you don't have a problem with pointing out your toxic behavior. When you go to discuss the family dynamics as a black sheep and scapegoat, you're bringing up all of the problems. But normally, when you do that, someone's going to project that back onto you and make you feel as if you're the problem. When it's a whole family dynamic, when you start unmasking the toxicity, when you start looking at the toxic behavior, you start identifying it and calling it out, or in the hopes of them correcting their behavior, they get upset with you. In a narcissistic dysfunctional family, peace is never the goal. We live in dysfunction, we live in chaos. Peace is something that is foreign to us. We may appear to be peaceful. The foundation is built on toxicity and dysfunctionalism. That's the core values of a dysfunctional narcissistic family. We don't know what balance is. We don't know what peace is. We do not know what those things are, because it's not a foundational factor in this family dynamic. That's why when you try to bring conflict resolution, it always turns in chaos. This book is Family is Not All That